What's up, Buckeye fans? Welcome into the Buckeye Cast. Happy 2018. Where you been? How many weeks in are we? How about that Cotton Bowl, huh? It was a good W. We'll take it. It was a brutal second half to watch, but defense got it done is a defensive victory, which we don't get very often. Usually offense just loads up on points in the first half, and then we shut her down in the second half. This time, defense shut her down in the first half, and we just coasted into the to the W. So we'll take it anyway. Happy New Year, of course. Check the shirt. Yeah, it's the fucking shirt right there. So anyway, let's get into. I want to do a little recruiting this episode. This is episode 40, by the way. 40. Can't believe it. So anyway, I want to touch on some recruiting and some possible commits that might be coming up in this new cycle. I know we had the early signing period in December, and we touched on that before the Cotton Bowl game. We talked about the early signees, which, like 80 or I think it was close to 90% of all recruits across the country signed in the early signing period. So no kidding that that was good for the kids, I guess, but not sure it's good for the recruiters. So let's get into some recruiting, and we've only got probably between 2 and 5 spots available left to sign. So right now we have 22 commits. We can go over that 25 limit. We just will have to lose a couple people probably off the roster in the back end. So let's get into a few people that may commit over the next couple weeks before the signing period, and let's talk about the class in general. Like I said, this class has 22 recruits. We're second in the country. 10 of the top 100 24/7 players we have 10 of the top 100 24/7 ranked players. We have the top-rated JUCO player in America, Antoine Jackson Jr. We have 19 recruits with a 4 or a 5-star rating. That's insane. I can't believe that. We're going to take, like I said, 2 to 5 players. The focus is really in the trenches. We need 1 or 2 O-linemen, preferably tackles. And we need 1 or 2 D linemen, preferably DNs. And then we'll take another athlete if there's a good one out there. Drink. Bourbon, by the way. It is Sunday. The Lord's drink. So anyway, let's get into these guys. This won't be too long a show today. I really just want to touch on who I think we're going to take and the likelihood that these guys might commit to the Buckeyes by February. So anyway, let's get into the O-line first. 4-star tackle Rasheed Walker. He's from Maryland. He's number 6 tackle. And his leading teams are the Buckeyes, Penn State, Vatech, and Maryland. Right now, he's got a heavy crystal ball to Penn State, but Buckeyes have been hitting him hard lately and been visiting with him. And he's got an official visit coming up January 20th, I believe, 19th or 20th, something like that. But anyway, right now the Buckeyes are out on the outside looking in, according to the crystal balls, but I think we got a good chance. So anyway, Rasheed Walker. Buckeyes right now are at 12%, but it would be nice to get a flip from the Penn State recruit. He's heavy lean towards Penn State right now. We'll see what happens. We really need a nice tackle, and I like this kid. He's a tough kid, 6'6", 300 pounds, runs a 4.9 40, which is amazing for somebody that big. I can't comprehend that. So anyway, he would be a great get. The other O-lineman is a 5-star out of Tampa. I live here in St. Pete, Florida, which is right across the bridge from Tampa. So I've heard a lot of good things about this kid. And Greg Schiano has experience with the program since when he coached here in Tampa. His sons went to the same school, Berkeley Prep. So he definitely has an in, but right now he's a heavy Florida lean. He's gotten offers from all the big schools: Bama, Clemson, Florida, Florida State, blah blah blah. So anyway, right now the crystal balls have him as a Florida lean, but I could see him maybe loosening up that lean right now, and maybe I'm not sure we get a flip, but he might go somewhere else besides Florida. Just say that. And I'm watching this Saints Minnesota game, winding down the first half. Saints are not looking good. 17-0. Jesus Christ. I like to call them the New Orleans Buckeyes, by the way. Got Ginn, Von Bell, Lattimore, Rookie of the Year. You got Michael Thomas, only player to ever have 200 catches in his first 2 seasons. So that's something. Anyway, back to recruiting. So let's switch over to the D line here. We've got a couple guys, a couple 4-star, what will be projected as DNs probably. We've got Tyler Friday out of Don Bosco Prep in New Jersey. I really like this kid. I would love to get this kid, mainly because he's currently a heavy Michigan lean. He hasn't committed, but all the crystal balls have had him going to Michigan for a long time now. So it's always nice to beat Michigan in anything we possibly can. I like this kid's game, 6'3", 260. They could move him inside a D tackle. Some people project him at D tackle, but I think he could play DN possibly. And then we got a 4-star, currently an outside linebacker, Javante Jean-Baptiste from Bergen Catholic in New Jersey. Another stud from the East Coast. Buckeyes are a big lean for him. He's also got some random colleges in here, like Nebraska, A&M, Boston College, Vatech, Pitt. So I think this kid is definitely going to commit to Ohio State. It's just a matter of when. I haven't seen the crystal balls for this kid yet, but I think because we need DNs badly, the target was to get 3 DNs in this class, and we have 1 since Brenton Cox decommitted. So we definitely need both these guys. It would be huge to get them. So we'll see. He's got an official visit coming up January 19th to Ohio State. So I could see a definite commitment coming. Hopefully that weekend. That would be great. But he could be another signing day guy. He's 6'5" and 215, but you can throw weight on somebody, especially once Mick gets a hold of him in the weight room. Definitely get some of that Buckeye weight put on. So I could see that working out well for us. There's a few other guys that have commitments elsewhere. I don't really think about them, but this one kid intrigues me out of Cincinnati, Winton Woods. His name's Christopher Oates. He's been on the Buckeyes' radar for quite a while. He's a 4-star outside linebacker. I think he's another guy, like I just mentioned, that you could convert to a DN and just make him a 100% pass rusher. He played with Jerron Cage. So he's had a Buckeye offer since 2016, but he has like these academic issues. So the Buckeyes can't accept his commitment yet. He still has to get through the NCAA clearinghouse and blah, 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 blah. A bunch of red tape and bullshit. Drink. So the Buckeyes can't accept his commitment right now. He's currently a heavy Cincinnati lean. But Ohio State and Kentucky and Oklahoma are on the radar. We'll see. I hope we can get that kid, because it's always nice to get in-state kids to stay home and not go somewhere else, and especially not to fucking Cincinnati. I mean, when you get an offer from Ohio State and fucking go there, why would you go to Cincinnati? But anyway, this kid, this receiver out of California, Mission Hills, his name's Chris Olave. Excuse me. He intrigues me because I don't know a lot about him, but we already have 3 receivers in the class, plus an H-back and a tight end. So I'm not sure where this kid would fit in. He's an athlete for sure, but let's look at his stats here. 6'1", 170. He's definitely a slot receiver. With that size, even if you throw some weight on him, he can't play outside. Probably wouldn't be an H, I wouldn't imagine. But anyway, curious to see what happens here. He could be one of those wild cards. If the Buckeyes have the room, they could take somebody like him because he has the game breaker kind of speed that we want. So interesting if we land somebody like him, it would be just an extra, really, a little cherry on top. The main focus, though, is the offense and defensive line. Still, it's a huge focus. We need to land all these guys. If we can get 3, maybe 4 of these guys, that'd be great. I think here's who I think we get. I think we get one of the O linemen, probably Rasheed Walker, because Ohio is much closer to Maryland, and I think he's the Buckeyes' focus. I don't have a lot of faith in Petit Ferrer leaving Florida, but if he does, I think he stays in the South. And then Tyler Friday, I think we land him. He almost committed last Friday, but he wanted to put it on hold for a little while, and that's fine. I got no problem with that. So I think we land him, Tyler Friday from New Jersey, and then I think we also land Javonte Jean-Baptiste from New Jersey. I think we sweep New Jersey. So I think we get 1 lineman, 2 D linemen, and then if we got room, maybe we pick up Christopher Oates and convert him to a DN, or Chris Olave out of California as an extra receiver or possible H, who knows. But anyway, that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think. As you know, you always hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at the Buckeye Cast. Hit up the website, thebuckeyecast.com, and YouTube. Don't forget about YouTube. This is going to be on YouTube. This entire segment is going to be on YouTube, and check us out. Check me out. Let me know what you think. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you like, don't like. Hit us on iTunes, wherever you get your podcasts, and give us a review, a rating, whatever. 5 stars would be nice. But next show, we're probably going to do right after signing day. I'll have Jeff and Sean back in the house, and I'll probably be on video. I doubt those 2 morons will be on video. It's way too technical for them. So Sean's probably up in Detroit. He's freezing his nuggets off. So anyway, we will hit you guys back next week. I know this was a short one, but there's not a lot going on in the Buckeye realm right now. So we will hit you right after signing day and give you a breakdown of every commit. I love getting Jeff's opinion on the commits, and Sean, I want to see what they think of some of these guys. Some I'm sure they like more than they don't. So anyway, see you next time. Go Bucks.